Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about a growing phenomenon that I've been noticing on the left, and it has spread through society to where it's touched our judicial systems, our government, and even our local neighborhood social structures. That phenomenon is the idea of empathizing with the accused and the wrongdoers of society because they may just be misunderstood, missing a mother's love, or a daddy's belt. All jokes aside, this is an intriguing subject because it begs the question: how are we choosing who deserves our empathy, and when does that empathy turn suicidal? Let's look at the latest example of just what I'm talking about.
An 18-year-old was stabbed 5 times, and police handcuffed him instead of helping. The attacker is on trial, but the officers who made that call, not one has been named, disciplined, or charged. Henry Nowak was walking home from a night out when he was stabbed 5 times in the street. When police arrived, the attacker claimed racial abuse. Officers handcuffed the bleeding teenager. He collapsed and died on the street. The trial is happening right now, but no officer has faced a single consequence for what happened at that scene. So why hasn't a single officer had to answer for handcuffing a dying teenager? Nobody in British law enforcement has explained it, and the only person publicly demanding answers is Elon Musk.
There are countless other examples that I'm not going to reiterate again in this video because unless you've been living under a rock, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm sure they come to mind. In this video, I really want to focus on why humans are doing this and what we can do about it. We are social creatures after all. And all people, mostly women, but really men too, we get caught up in following the social consensus. Because if everyone agrees with us, we must be right. Going against the masses can be scary, because if no one around us agrees with us, then we lose popularity and social status. But how did we get here? We didn't always have the luxury of just assuming the best in everything around us. Life used to be much harder. Our decisions used to have a much more immediate and personal effect on our lives. So we made more cautious decisions accordingly for our survival. We couldn't just let the town degenerate run around causing chaos after all, because we had a shared goal. Whether that was building a society, exploring the new world, exploring and pioneering vast wilderness, or sailing the oceans on a massive ship. We always had a collective goal, and everyone worked together to reach that goal. When someone showed that they operated outside of the collective right and wrong, we dealt with that person swiftly and harshly because we couldn't risk throwing a wrench into our plans or watching the work of those around us or those that came before us be for nothing. So, what's up with the people today letting the world's arbiters of chaos run free? Well, it's a couple of things really. One is the fact that life has gotten way too easy. Modern conveniences promises that our lives are going to go smoothly. We don't have to struggle for survival, and we don't have any existential crises that may pop up that make our patience for shenanigans so thin that we're willing to stomp them out immediately. What we need is a shared goal to work towards, instead of being so inclined to only be interested in our own self-interests. When we think most of ourselves, we can easily make decisions based on what would make our self-image appear better. After all, if nothing is more important than how we look and feel personally, our decisions and actions become all about optics and preserving ourselves rather than preserving society. Another big factor in all of this that I know some are definitely not going to want to hear is that the balls of society have been doused in so much estrogen that we baby, coddle, and try to play nice with everybody to try to keep the peace at all costs, even if that cost is our own safety. We have become so afraid of conflict that politicians, judges, police, and even private citizens around us sound like my mother trying to preserve the peace to avoid the punishment. I know, honey, you didn't mean to punch your brother. Just say you're sorry and we won't have to tell your father. We don't have to ruin this trip. We can forget about it if you're sorry. Yes, I know, I realize I'm a girl also, but I like to think that I'm immune to stupid. So, what do we need to save our Western civilization? Well, I, for one, am holding out for a hero. He's gotta be strong, he's gotta be brave. Let's just hope he's somewhere just beyond our reach, and soon he'll be reaching back. I love that song. But hey, that's just a theory. This isn't that channel? I really need to get an outro. Subscribe and smack that ding-a-ling if you want more.